What's going on, guys? DXL Gamer here, and I know I've been saying I'll do a Nintendo video very soon, and my favourite franchise is Pokemon. So, what better way to start out than that, and we're not playing Rumble behind this. I'm just going to be talking about my favourite Pokemon and what they are like. I'm going to leave normal type to last, because if any of you actually looked at my channel, even looked at it, you will know my favourite Pokemon. So we'll start from the back, we'll go Fairy. Newest type. I haven't had much of a chance to get to know it, and while I could just list off evolutions for this, because come on, I'm not going to do that. Favorite fairy type, Gardevoir. I don't care if it's a Generation 3 Pokemon that just suddenly became fairy. I don't care, I love it. Right? This thing is so good. I love this Pokemon. And don't you dare post any comments of the waifu stuff that you guys have made. That stuff makes me sick. Just saying. No, I like Gardevoir because it's amazing in battle. Not because I want it as a wife. If you're into that stuff, you be into that stuff. I'm not going to bash you. Anyway, on to why I like Gardevoir. His move pool is amazing, carrying moves like coverage moves like Fire Blast. Can learn moves like Magical Leaf to deal with its steel types, which are usually part rock. Steel, yeah, and then it can also learn fire moves. It can also learn a few its fairy moves like Moon Blast can destroy the field. Also can learn Psychic. Do I have to say any more? Okay, next type, Steel. I'm not a big fan of the Steel type. I think they're a bit bulky and a bit clanky. So for a Steel type, I don't like Steelix, sorry. I'm gonna go for Klefki. Klefki's a fairy type, but to me it doesn't class as one. For me, I like Klefki is more of a Steel type than a fairy type. I just think I don't really get the fairy thing. It's keys. How is that a fairy? I'm sorry. Whereas at least it's metal, so it would technically be steel. Okay, why I like Klefki, other than the competitive use of it. I'm sorry, Klefki is a beast in the competitive scene. With its ability Prankster, it destroys competition by setting up priority spikes, destiny bonds, sucker punch, I don't even know, anything. Give it any type of status move, this thing will set up. You want this thing to set up? Do it. Also, why I like it, it's keys, and this Pokédex entry is so silly. When intruders come near it, it jangles its keys threateningly. When has jangling your keys at someone ever become threatening? Just saying. Okay, on to the next type, Dark. I'm gonna use a legendary for this because honestly I don't like many of the dark types, but I think this dark type is so cool. I'm gonna choose Darkrai. Darkrai is so cool. It's so just, its design just makes me think of a nightmare. And its move, Dark Void, is one of the most accurate sleeping moves, hits both Pokemon in the field in double battle, and basically it's its signature move, so you can't not like it. I mean, but yeah, other than that reason why I like this thing, I think this thing is very competitively viable and very underrated as a legendary. No one uses this thing, whereas I would love to have it. I just think that if you're gonna have some great moves and coverage, also its attack is good. I'm just gonna say that. Its attack stats are both solid and its defense is solid. It can't take some hits. I think it's more physically bulky, but anyway. Also, its movie has just made me want to get back into Pokemon. Its movie was so good. So what are we on next? Dragon types. Oh, dragon types. There are so many good ones to choose from because the dragon type is never a type that goes without its good and bad. But I'm gonna go with a slightly different choice for a dragon type. I'm gonna go Kingdra. Kingdra, being a water and dragon type, is actually very good. It can set up with double team, smoke screen, then it can finish people and it's got already high speed stats. Get it some rain on the field, like use it with a Pokemon that knows Rain Dance. And this thing will destroy. It's so fast. It's got a good attack stat. It's just so good. It also can buff its attack and speed with moves like Dragon Dance. And then you can finish them off with stuff like Waterfall. It's good with Surf. It's good with Dragon Pulse. It's just, I think it never gets used, even though it's really good. I really hope it gets a Mega Evolution just to give it some more speed, give it some more attack, and just make it good. Like we need this thing back in the spotlight. In Generation 2, when this thing was introduced. Actually, no, it wasn't even Generation 2, it was Generation 1. This thing wasn't good in Generation 1. I don't think it actually hit its stride until Generation 4, and by then people had forgotten about it. But that doesn't stop some very annoying Kingdras in 2nd generation. Claire. Smoke screen, smoke screen, smoke screen, smoke screen. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I've just done dragon type, so now it's on to the ice type. Oh. Ice types have a really bad reputation. They have a bad reputation for being really frail and really like, I don't know, really just. No, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not just gonna spit out a list of evolutions, Michael. That don't work. I actually want it to be varieted. So yeah, I'm not gonna choose Glaceon, even though I would love to. I would love to, but it ain't happening. But yeah, ice types have a bad rep for being really frail, which most of them are. But they're also really good attacking ice types. And you know who my favorite ice type is? 4th generation's ice type beast, Weevil. This thing is just so good. You give this thing Ice Punch and like Night Slash, it will destroy some people. Along with its pressure ability, it can now it's even better because it can set up with Hone Claws. Set up with Hone Claws to raise its attack, and then giving it like just gives it so many. I also think this Pokemon's underrated. It was good in 4th gen, and then everyone forgot about it again. Yay! All the Pokemon I like seem to be forgotten. Oh well. On to the next type, Psychic type. Psychic types are really good. There's nothing you can say about Psychic type. High special attack, usually high speed, unless you're like, I don't know, some Psychic types like Ranunculus, because he has slow speed, but he's a good user of Trick Room, so I guess that's also worth mentioning. But no, my favourite Psychic type is not an attacker like that at all. It's actually Gallade, the fighting and Psychic type from 3rd gen. Not 3rd gen, 4th gen, actually. I think I just keep getting confused because I've played remakes. But yeah, it's really good in attack. It's got solid attack, moves like Psycho Cut, Vital Throw, can also learn Leaf Blade for coverage. Can learn surprisingly a lot of weird moves. Can learn special moves as well, which is weird. Which is not its thing. It has a low amount of resistances, pretty good defenses, and I just think it's good. Anyway, on to the next type, Electric. Come on, Luxray. Do I need to say any more? It's cute. It's powerful, and it's 4th gen. Can you notice? Can you develop a trend of my favourite types? Anyway, next type, Ghost. Gengar, no. Trevenant. Trevenant is a ghost and grass type, and it's amazing. I think it just looks cool. I'm going to do this one for looks. It just looks like a haunted, spooky tree that you'd see in the movies moving towards you. I'm going to have to pick up the pace here because I'm running out of time. Bug types. Bug types, they're a bit weak, but not when you get this guy. Heracross. It has a Mega Evolution as well, which no one ever used because then you lose Moxie. Just keep it as it is. This thing with Moxie can get really powerful really quickly. And also, it's got like moves like Mega Horn, Close Combat, Aerial Ace, and other stuff like that. It also learns Stone Edge for coverage against fire types and flying types, which it has a hard time against, so that's good. Ground type, I'd have to say Cradle. I think Cradle's a really good Pokemon defensively. It's not very good in single player, but it's good and used right. Right, I'm going to move on to one of my favourite types, Poison. Poison is such a good type that no one ever uses. And the only thing that... And the Poison type has a bad rep because of Zubat. But my favourite Poison type is none other than Zubat's evolved form, Crobat. The thing is, it's just funny. You have to catch the most annoying Pokemon that everyone has a meme about and become best friends with it. I just find that funny, and it's really good in attacking, really fast, and can survive quite a few hits. Flying type. Oh, I'm not sure about flying types. I don't know. I'm gonna go Talonflame, just for the sheer reason that Gale Wind, that makes flying type moves have priority, is so good. Anyway, fighting type. I don't like fighting types. I don't know why. They're just too humanoid for me. Too humanoid, thanks. I don't want a humanoid Pokemon. But the fighting type that probably I'd like the most is probably Lucario. Come on. You knew it was gonna happen. Lucario, the 4th generation's amazing dog, is so good. It's just very good, like, bulky, very good attacking, and probably it's used by my favourite champion ever, Cynthia. And Cynthia, I'm gonna get to her, talking about her in another video. Anyway, favourite water type. I'm gonna go Lapras, for the sheer reason that Lapras is the bulkiest water type and lives up to what water types were named for. So, fire types. I'm not too big of a fan of fire. Fire types for me have always seemed to be that just type that I don't use. If I had to choose a fire type, I recently did a Pokemon Black weird Pokemon run, where I tried using Pokemon that I wouldn't normally use, and I used a Darmanitan, and it was great. I destroyed a lot of people with it because it had such a big attack stat. Its defenses were terrible though. Anyway, next, the second last type is Grass. Now, Grass, I'd have to choose Roselia. Roselia for me, not Roselia, Roserade, because Roserade has one of the greatest special attack stats for a grass type, and I'm really happy about it. Anyway. But yeah, it's been really good doing this list, so I'm just gonna, yeah, Roserade just has a very high special attack stat. So yeah, what else? And the last type on my type list is normal, and we all know what normal type it's gonna be. It's Eevee. I love this thing. The fact that you have so many options when evolving it. The